This was the attendance of plenary at the beginning of the first session as Parliament resumed after close to 4 weeks of recess. The time, 2:30 p.m. and one can conclude that the turn-up was fair. But as the minutes turned into hours, the attendance slowly dwindled as different legislators excused themselves and walked out. By 4:30 p.m., the opposition side had about 16 legislators compared to the 130 members who were elected, while the NRM side had about 25 out of the 258 members. More MPs continued to walk out, and by 6 p.m., this was the picture of the plenary session. While some may find this inexcusable, the MPs had reasons to back their walking out.
I think for a member of parliament to come and spend a few minutes and go away, I believe he's going away to do something that is connected to parliament.
They have just come back from a recess. Now, if they have just walked out, there must be a reason. People don't just walk out.
Normally, the MPs sign an attendance book as they enter parliament. This, according to some members, is a leeway for legislators to turn a blind eye to their duties.
In the book here, you have over 200 people signing who have signed in as having been part of the day's session. And then on the ground, in the plenary, you find that there are less than 50 people in attendance. That is corruption of the highest order.
Previously, MPs were given an allowance for deliberating on issues in plenary, but all of this was consolidated into one package, including a basic salary of 2.6 million shillings, constituency allowance of 3.4 million shillings, town movement of 1,040,000, and of course mileage, which varies constituency to constituency. Now, the institution of parliament feels that something needs to be done to ensure that these MPs not only deliberate on some issues, but all issues as given on the order paper in plenary sessions.
We are going to have a new chamber in the next so many years, and therefore with the new chamber we are going to have a computerized system of can I call it keying in yourself? I mean, like when a member is in his or her seat, there's a system that records that.
Kawesa says that the chief whips of the different parties in the House are to blame for the indiscipline. Recently, the NRM chief whip Justin Lumumba snapped at her party members, threatening to crack the whip on them.
Members who come and sign and walk away, I'm going to monitor that. Ministers who come and sign and walk away, I'm going to monitor that.
The attendance is different though, during some sessions, especially when controversial bills are being passed. Then, the House is full and debate carries on into the night. This begs the question as to whether some parliamentary business is more important than the other. Solomon Serwanjja, NTV, Parliament.